Okay. The first thing I want to talk to you about is President O President-elect Donald Trump and former U.S. President Barack Obama. They were seen at Jimmy Carter's funeral being pretty friendly with each other in regards to them having a brief little conversation there. And people were in an uproar about this for some reason. Yes, you heard me correctly. People were in an uproar saying this is a very bad look for the Democrats. So we're going to talk about that. Also, what the hell is going on between Drake and LeBron James here, people? I mean, what is going on here? I don't know what to call this anymore. Hip hop culture. What is this? I'll tell you what it is. It's a damn mess. It's a mess. We're going to have to get into that. And one last thing I got to get into before I end the show is going to be my Toronto Raptors. Okay. My Toronto Raptors are, they got a big win against the Golden State Warriors, which I'll drop a bomb. But ultimately, it's not looking very good for the Toronto Raptors this season. Currently sitting at 9-31, fifth in the Atlantic Division, and damn near the bottom of the Eastern Conference. Okay, but is there an upside here, folks? Is there something that we might, be happy about in the end? We'll discuss that a little bit too. All right. But first off, I want to jump straight into this brief, lighthearted conversation here between Donald Trump and Barack Obama. Now, they were seen at Jimmy Carter's funeral, chopping it up a little bit, sitting down, talking, laughing, whispering in each other's ear, looking like they had a little bromance thing going on. And people were in an uproar about this. Yes, you heard me correctly, folks. I don't understand it. Now, I get it from a point of optics, right? It doesn't look good in regards to how they were speaking about each other. But I mean, I'll go over some of the things that they said. I mean, I get it completely because I'm a guy who follows some politics. And to me, it is what it is. It's just politics. And it's a bit of a game to them, at least. Is it serious? Yes. But what did I talk about was it my last episode or the episode before? When I was talking about hate for the great one, people not liking Wayne Gretzky and being upset with him because he chose to hang out with his boy Donald Trump and he was showing love and support to him after he won the presidential election. It's kind of the same thing. So I'm glad that I talked about that. And what did I say in regards to that? People have their own agendas. They have reasons for why they vote for and who they support. They have reasons for all of those things. Okay. I mentioned to you, I don't give a damn. I will vote on the right or the left, conservative, liberals. I won't say right and left. I will say conservative, liberals. If you're in the U.S., you want to call that Democrats, Republicans, whatever you want to call it. But I don't hold allegiance to any side. And this is a big part of the reason why when you look at Barack Obama and Donald Trump chopping it up like that. A lot of these people, when you work in politics like this, it's a nasty game. We all know that. And I'm going to show you, if anybody hasn't seen this clip, I'm going to actually show it to you. They don't take a lot of these things personally. It's a campaign. It's chippy. It's ugly. They're going at each other's necks, their throats. I mean, it's politics. It really is. And it's almost like the WWE. You're whooping each other's ass out there in front of the crowd and in front of the public. And then behind the scenes, you're talking, You're laughing it up. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. They understand how this thing works. And I'm actually going to share my screen with you here. And for anybody who hasn't seen this, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to go to X because X is a good place for news, by the way. Let me bring it back here. So this is what I'm talking about here. Barack Obama, Donald Trump, they're sitting down. And I mean, seriously, what are these two really going to do? Start punching each other in the face at a funeral? Like, come on, man. You already know. You already know. Both of these guys know what the game is here. Okay. Now, people say this is not necessarily a good look for the Democrats. I think it's a good look for both parties, to be completely honest with you. Sitting down, being civil, having a conversation. I don't see this being a bad look for either side, if you ask me. I really don't. But it's funny though. It's funny. And everybody who I'm around who I talk politics to, I always tell them, this is why you can't get too emotional when it comes to this. You can't get too emotional when it comes to politics and how people feel in regards to the way they feel about any side. Because at the end of the day, this is what it is. Okay. Let me remind you of something like Donald Trump called these people stupid on that side. They won't have a country if the Democrats win. They bring in criminals. They're destroying America. They're going to take your rights. And then on the other side, with Barack Obama and the Democrats, they talk about he's divisive. He's incompetent. He's not fit for office. He's a threat to democracy. He's dangerous. They said all of these things about each other. But then at the end of the day, when they're sitting next to each other, they're there chopping it up, smiling and laughing. Okay. And I bring that up to say this because there's another clip that I want to show you here. I believe is it MSNBC? Okay. Yeah. On how they talked about what you should do with family members if they chose to vote for the other side that you may not like. In regards to Trump's side, by the way, I want to play that video for you right here. Take a look at this because I saw this when it came out, but it just rubbed me the wrong way.
How do you interact with people who voted for this? Right? If you are an LGBTQ person and you know someone in your family voted essentially against your rights, or you're a woman knowing that, this man was calling people the B word, J.D. Vance was literally calling Kamala Harris the trash and said, we're going to take out the trash. I know a lot of Black women were incredibly triggered by that. And if you then meet somebody and they voted for the people who called you trash, or if you're Puerto Rican, and someone voted that way, do you recommend, just from a psychological standpoint, being around them? We got the holidays coming up.
So I love that you asked this question because, there is a push, I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not. So if you are going into a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends who have voted in ways that are against you, like what you said, against your livelihood, and it's completely fine to not be around those people and to tell them why, to say, I have a problem with the way that you voted because it went against my very livelihood and I'm not going to be around you this holiday. I need to take some space for me. And I actually talked to,
Okay. So essentially, you must cut off your family members for voting a certain way. But the two guys who were there saying these things about each other are there laughing and smiling and having a conversation with each other. The two guys who were talking about each other. It's okay for them to not cut each other off and talk and laugh and smile and giggle, but we must do that with our family members. Yeah, that's I don't know about that one. That is not good. That is not good. that is strange stuff to me. So all I'm saying is you got to be careful with this stuff. Okay? People have reasons. They have reasons for voting and supporting the people that they want to support in office, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. Okay? You're not going to be able to convince everyone regardless. And if you can see these two not taking it personally, maybe you should think about doing that as well. Okay? Just not taking things so damn personally. So, you know, I'm going to move on here, but I just do think it's very interesting. I'm pretty sure that we'll be touching on this topic.
Look at my
again.
African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Whoa.